Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dr. Sean J. Harris here at Generational Wealth Academy. Happy Tuesday to everybody. We're closing out the year, getting towards the end of fourth quarter of 2022. See, I'm already getting ahead of myself. But 2023 is coming up, and I hope you are prepared. I hope you got your goals already set aside. But one of the things I want to talk about that I think that can really help you move the needle in achieving some of the goals that you're looking for is being able to tap in on the gift of goodbye. Well, Sean, what is the gift of goodbye? The gift of goodbye is just that, being able to say goodbye to relationships, circumstances, people, conditions that you're already in. And that's one thing that I think I've been gifted with since I was a little kid, that I could depart from something and not really be affected adversely. So some of the things that, like I say, you can have the gift of goodbye is relationships. Sometimes there are some relationships that could be really holding you back. No matter how much you want to hold on to that relationship, thinking things could get better, and it doesn't just have to be a relationship with a significant other. It could be a relationship with a friend, a business partner. It doesn't matter, any kind of relationship, but sometimes it may do you better and the other person or entity better for you to actually depart and say goodbye from that relationship. Jobs, that's another big one. So many times people are held back for those 40 hours a week that the job is paying you, but you still have countless other hours of the week that if you capitalize on those hours, that you can really accomplish some dreams and goals. So sometimes that may be what's holding a person back, is those 40 hours. So don't let the 40 hours hold you back from the rest of the hours that you have in a week. Let's see, another one is moving away. That's a big one. There's so many people, so many of my classmates never left Atlanta. They told me they'd never flown on a plane before. They never lived outside of the city. But I think that's a big thing too that holds people back, because you don't get to see the full opportunities that avail themselves to you by getting out and just seeing different things, experiencing different cultures, different foods, different way of life, different ways of making money. There's so many different things. So some of the things we have to do is we have to say goodbye to relationships. We got to say goodbye to jobs or conditions that's holding us back from excelling financially. We got to be able to say goodbye to staying in our small circles without leaving out and venturing out. So you guys hear me talk a lot about three things that changed for me. Three things changed for me was, of course, what I read. I stopped reading stuff that wasn't helping me. It wasn't helping me increase my net worth or my network. So I started reading things like Fortune Magazine, Black Enterprise Magazine, the Robb Report. I started reading all these different things that would help propel me and to stretch my mind, because it's like a rubber band. If you stretch a rubber band, it never goes back to its original dimension. So once your mind is stretched, it can never go back to its original dimension. So the goal is to continue stretching your mind. Second thing I did was I changed who I associated with. I stopped hanging with all the people that were going nowhere in a hurry. I had to get around people who were already in life where I wanted to be. I had to get around people who were making in a month what it took me a year to make, who were making in a week, in a day, in an hour, what it was taking me a whole year to make. So once I did that, that's when things really started changing for me, and I started propelling and started increasing my net worth as well as the network. Those two go hand in hand. And the third thing I did was I changed how I used my time. I didn't say how I spent my time, how I used my time, because the utilization of your time should be an asset to you, should be able to provide a return on investment. So again, I wouldn't hang out with the old fellas when I was in the military, you know, hanging out on the weekends, getting drunk, hanging in clubs and stuff. I started hanging around other people who were already where I wanted to be. I was hanging around business owners. I was hanging around CEOs, C-suite execs. I was hanging around the people who wanted to see me grow. See, those who want to see you grow, they'll help you grow. And I found that if you just ask, just simply ask the question, ask to get into networks, ask to get into rooms, and you'll see that everything begins to change. What you start reading will begin to change, because now you see there's different things out there for you to ingest into your ear and your eye gate. You'll start realizing, hey man, there are a lot of cool people that enjoy doing the things that I enjoy doing that'll help me do it and do it at a higher level. So 3 things, again, what I read, who I associated with, and how I use my time. Those things are super, super, super important. But you got to have that gift of goodbye. Again, I talked about relationships. Unfortunately, I had a family member that I didn't speak to for nearly 3 years because I had the gift of goodbye, and I had to do that to get to another level that I needed to get to. I remember Michael Jordan, he talked about in his book one time that he had to be selfish in the beginning so that he can become unselfish afterwards, to be able to do all the cool things that he wanted to do, to be able to selflessly give, to be able to provide for his parents, his family, people that were important to him. So it's super important that we learn how to be selfish for a period of time so that you can become selfless on the back end. So I hope that was a great message and a great value add to somebody out there as we're closing out 2022, going into 2023. But we can't go into the next year doing the same thing we did this past year or the previous years before. So don't just let it be a new year. Make it a new you. And then you'll see that everything will change in life. All right, guys, I'm Dr. Sean J. Harris. Make impact.